you folks, Creepy Kentuckian back with you again for another review. Today we are taking a look at a modern horror classic. This one is coming to us from Australia, and the new edition that's coming out, this special edition, is from Via Vision over in Australia. The director is Greg McClean, and the movie is the original Wolf Creek. Via Vision came out with a couple of different releases of Wolf Creek. This is the standard 2-disc special edition in this snazzy slipcover. And it's been a while since I've watched this movie for some reason. I thought that I owned it at least on DVD, but until now I had not a physical copy of Wolf Creek in the collection back there or in the storage building where my DVDs are. Via Vision is always great with releasing these solid editions with multiple versions of movies and all that. So I'm excited to head back to the Outback, if you will, for some Aussie gory goodness that was Wolf Creek. Let's take a look at it. Wolf Creek is, of course, set in Australia. It takes place in 1999. 3 young backpackers are exploring remote areas in the country. Christy, Liz, and Ben, they're backpacking the region. Ben recently got a bargain on a used car, and they're going to expand their journey further and deeper into the Australian Outback. There's some beautiful cinematography here. During these parts, they visit the real-life Wolf Creek crater, which, yes, that does exist. And unfortunately for them, headed back from their visit to Wolf Creek, they notice the new used car that Ben purchased is completely dead. The battery's dead in it, it's shot, something bad's wrong with it. It's not turning on. So they wait, and they wait, and they wait, and in the middle of the night, they are awoken by a local yokel by the name of Mick Taylor, who, seemingly harmless at first, wisecracking old C, who offers to help out, tow the vehicle, and take it back to his place and fix it completely for free. What a nice guy. What a nice guy. Unfortunately, they trust the wrong Aussie, and they quickly realize they've made the worst mistake of their lifetime as they come face to face with a brutal serial killer on his home turf. That's the setup, guys. It's a gore fest from here on out. Once it gets going, which it's a slow build, it does take a bit to get going. If that bothers you, maybe Wolf Creek is not for you. But, you know, around this time frame, you had movies like Hostel and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake from '03. But Wolf Creek does it way better than those movies. Now, Wolf Creek has the gore. They have the unrated version here. Gory as can be, Wolf Creek is. But the difference between those movies and Wolf Creek is the subtle pacing and the build towards the end of the movie. And you're like, what in the hell is going to happen? It's definitely not predictable. That's for sure. It had been many years since I'd seen this, and I kind of forgot how great of a movie this is. I know that this movie had gigantic buzz when it came out in 2005. Everybody was going on about it. Now, about 8 years later, they finally did the sequel, and now there's like a TV show. I think they're working on a 3rd movie, possibly. So it's good timing for Via Vision to bring out this special edition 2-disc release. Very nice edition. I love the artwork on that. Inside you have the regular Blu-ray case that has the US. I think that was the international artwork as well. And of course, and you have, you know, the theatrical cut and the unrated director's cut of Wolf Creek. Now, I'm sure some of you guys are wondering about the transfers on these. They didn't say anything about it being like a remastered 4K new transfer or anything like that. I do know that Wolf Creek was one of those early shot on digital horror movies, so I'm not sure how much better it can look. The transfer on this, I felt, looked really great, especially the wide shots, the Outback, stuff like that. It just looked fantastic. I thought the transfer on this was amazing. I'm not sure how much more they can go with it. Again, it was shot, from what I understand, it was shot digitally, so I don't know how you can even remaster that sort of thing or how that works. But there are some extras in this. Included, of course, both versions, the theatrical and the unrated cuts of the film. There is an audio commentary with the director Greg McClean and the 3 stars of the movie. You have a making of Wolf Creek from the original DVD release. There's deleted scenes. There is an older interview as well included with John Jarrett, the man that played Mick Taylor, the serial killer. Photo galleries, broken and twisted music clip by Auxiliary 1, storyboard and production sketch montages, theatrical trailers, all that good stuff. This is a solid edition of Wolf Creek. I know here in the US we don't have a solid edition. I don't even know if we have a Blu-ray. We had an HD DVD of Wolf Creek. HD DVD was out for like 5 minutes. But if we have a Blu-ray, it's a very like bare bones old edition. If you're looking for a great upgraded special edition of Wolf Creek, this is for you. Like all of ViaVision's stuff, this is Region 0, so it will play on any Blu-ray player. And it gets a pretty high recommendation for me. I actually am surprised how much I like this movie. So if you're interested, be sure to check it out. And be sure to check us out. We're over at deadpit.com. Thumbs up.
Up your butt.
Like, subscribe. And if you subscribe, here's something else you can do. Once you subscribe, you can click the bell notification, right? And it'll notify you anytime that Dead Pit puts up new shit.
Or don't. I really don't give a if you do or
I
don't.
want you to. I want you to.
I don't care.
Let's keep our community growing here on YouTube.
I don't like it. I don't want you to touch nothing.
Listen, they need to do that now.
No, don't you dare touch it.
Thumbs up. Subscribe. And click that bell.
There's all kinds of wonderful shirts over at shop.deadpit.com. Simply the best horror shirts. On TeePublic, there are others, but they all suck. You can get some Dead Pit radio shirts. You can get Last South on the Left. The Hills Have Eyes. Texas Chainsaw. Oh, wait, you can't say Texas Chainsaw. All kinds of shirts, folks. You're gonna love them. Shop.deadpit.com.
Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. Dead Pit on Patreon.com is the only place to check out a complete archive of the old Dead Pit radio shows all the way back from 2005 on, in addition to the midweek shows, fan commentaries, exclusive podcasts, and much more. Dead Pit on Patreon.com if you're interested. Tiers start at only $1.